Hello everybody, this is Mehran Lee here, and uh, the reason I'm creating this video is to get some things clear, and those are one, that I have started my 90 days challenge. Within the next 90 days I will be earning 1.8 million rupees. Alright? Second, I know what to do, I know what I'm capable of, and I know that I can. That's a very important thing here. Because if you don't have any purpose, you don't have any path, you don't have any plan, you don't have any strategies, then it's a waste of time to think all of that. Making $1 million a month or $10,000 this year. You have to get the things clear that how are you going to achieve that. Now I have two things clear here now that I have that within the next 90 days I'm going to get there, and I know how to achieve that. However, there's a problem, and that's the third point, that I have to be consistent. I have to be aware all the time. All the time I have to be aware. Why? Because we are motivated in the beginning. We are really, really motivated in the beginning. Like when you wake up early, go for a run, or you meditate, and all of those rituals you do, which I believe does not contribute so much to the goals that we primarily have. But again, if you are motivated, if you are the kind of person who wakes up early, goes to work, works about 7 to 8 hours a day, and maybe 12 hours a day, who knows? But the problem here is that you start doing all of those things, you are consistent, in fact, you're enjoying what you are doing. But as the time passes, that motivation declines, that productivity declines. That's a very important thing here. We must be aware all the time that you are going to face that. You're not going to be motivated uh, for the next 10 years. You're just going to be motivated for the next hour, for the next day, or maybe a week, or let's say a month. But what about after that? What are you going to do when your motivation is low, when life is all messed up again? So I think that waking up 5 a.m. before sunrise does not make sense. I believe going for a walk or adding meditations in your rituals does not make any sense. Because what we have to do is the work. There's that one thing that we have to do that we know will get us where we want to be. Like waking up and, going for a run or doing meditation might improve your mood. But it's not going to get the work done. The work is you wake up and you're focused 7 to 8 hours a day non-stop. You don't care about the food, you don't care about the sleep, you don't care about nothing. So all these little things that we do does not even make sense. What makes sense is the work you put in and the awareness you have all the time. What do you want? What do you want? What do you think is coming to you? Are you aware of your mindset? Are you aware of your psychology? Are you aware of your passion? Are you aware of your purpose? Are you aware of what you want? So, to me, if I want to get things, This is my principle, this is my law, this is what I think is a fact, that you're going to lose your motivation. You're not going to wake up early in the morning after maybe a day or two, or maybe a week or a month. You will stop taking the cold showers. You will stop doing the meditations. You will stop every morning rituals or night rituals, all the journalings you do. But there's one main thing you should keep in your mind that is important, that should not be avoided at all, and that is the daily, consistent work that you put in. You might feel tired one day, you might feel not motivated a day, or who knows, maybe your leg's broken. But there's one thing you should keep in mind that you should stick to. You should not, surround yourself with distractions, waking up at 6 a.m. or 5 a.m., going for a walk, or maybe doing meditation, or maybe doing all those kind of rituals we see on Instagram Reels. Like, trust me, those things look good on social media side. They don't get things done. They don't get you your dreams. They don't get you where you want to be. What can get you there is knowing your purpose, knowing what you want, 2, having a plan for it, and 3, being aware. Being aware that you're not going to be motivated all the time. You're not going to feel like working all the time. Knowing that no matter what, you are going to put the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 12. It's up to you. You're going to put in that work every fucking day. You're going to put that work every fucking day. That's important. So I realized that maybe one day I might be sick. I may wake up at 10, I may wake up at 12. I may sleep for 12 hours. I may be tired, I may be sleepy, I may be... Who knows? The world, the outer factor, is not in our hands, it's not in our control, so we must stop pretending that we have the control to wake up at 6. We have the control to go for a walk at 7 and be home by 8. We must not avoid our meditation. That's not in our hand, to be honest. That's not in our control. What's in our control is our decisions. Our decisions. And you can get control over your decisions if you have less distraction. You cannot go around doing all the things in the world and expect to be focused. Focus means removing all the unnecessary things that you think will not get you where you want to be, that will not serve you and your purpose. Like, what do you think waking up at 6 a.m. and wasting your 3 or 4 hours a day on daily rituals? What do you think that will get you? It's a very simple question. Like, yeah, you might experience some better mood and you might feel like you have achieved something. Like, that's a psychology. Like, that's a human psychology phenomena, that something you say you will do and you do it no matter if it's necessary or not. At the end of the day, you feel like you've achieved something, but in reality, you have just done what you said, and that gives you some winning, like false sense of winning. That's it. So, all right. So, what I believe is what I have to do is put that 10 hours a day daily for sure. Now, I want to cut that 10 hours a day because I believe that's not something realistic. You cannot stay focused and keep working 8 hours a day. And you cannot call, taking, having lunch or taking a break and call it working. You have to be actually working all the time. So it's a fact that you cannot work 10 hours a day. What you can do is only work for 3 hours consistently. That's what psychology says, that's what science says. So we're going to aim for 9 hours a day, all right? 9 hours a day, only work. I'm not going to count that I have taken 30 minutes of break or I have went for a lunch home or whatever it is. 3 hours a day focused, 15 or 20 or 30 minutes or maybe 1 hour of break. Again, 3 hours of focus, 3 hours of work. This is counted. The previous one is counted. Now we back it up. We do 15, 30 or 1 hour of break, whatever you think you should take or whatever you think is suitable for you. You take that rest, you take that break, you come back to the work. Now there are 1, 2, and 3 sets of 3 hours of works. Now what we are going to do is work for 3 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours. That's 9 hours only focused work. Like maybe I have to sit for 12 hours a day. Maybe I have to sit for 12 hours a day. But sitting on your table for 12 hours a day, that's not called work. Like these days people think like you're on your desk, you're on your table, and you're doing some bunch of shits. You work for 30 minutes, and for the next 1 or 2 hours you're on your social media, you're watching YouTube videos, and you think that's the work. No, that's not the work, my friend. Work is setting a goal like, hey, I'm going to do this today and I'm going to achieve it through my focused work. Simple. It's a no-brainer. So here's the thing, we're going to work 9 hours a day, 3 hours, sets of hours every day. So 3 hours in the morning, 3 hours after the 12, because I think that's when I'm free, and I take about 30 minutes of lunch break, and then I go back to the library. I do 3 hours of work, like 9 hours. That's possible every day. Now we are going to set a cardinal rule. Like, hey, maybe I don't get to work 9 hours that day. Maybe I went somewhere, I'm busy, or I'm doing some other tasks from home or maybe from school, whatever it is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to work 3 hours a day every day. That's no go. That's a cardinal rule that you cannot avoid. So 9 hours a day of work. That's the goal. And no matter what, you're tired, you're busy, you're sleepy, you have work to do, you have other things to do, your leg's broken, whatever it is, you're sick, you cannot get out of the bed, you're sleepy. But the rule is you're going to work 3 hours a day, no matter what. No matter what. Now, we are focusing on consistency and productivity together. And by combining these two, we win. Very simple. All right. So we're going to follow these procedures for the next 90 days and see where we get. All right. See you.